Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. This application is a one-stop solution for all the students who are preparing for government exams. This application is valid just for the Android users. Once you have downloaded the application, you can go and log in through your Gmail ID, and once you have logged in, you will be moved on to this page where you can see the various courses that are offered by us. To avail this course, you can use a code that is CRACK10 to get an additional 10% discount on the purchase you make. If we talk about the course, why this course is so important, how you will be benefiting through this course. If you see, we provide current affairs on the daily basis, on weekly basis, as well as monthly basis. On daily basis, we will be providing you with PDFs of the content of that particular day. Apart from this, you will be getting a quiz on your application that will be of 20 questions quiz on daily basis that will help you in boosting your preparation. Apart from that, on weekly, you will be getting a 50 questions quiz for your preparation, as well as if you see, you will also get a PDF that will contain all the important compiled news, current affairs of that particular week. And similarly, for monthly, you will be getting a top 100 questions PDF of that whole month. That is very important PDF and will be covering the most important news of that particular month. Alright, apart from this, we also cover banking awareness. All the banking aspirants, those who are preparing for bank exams, will absolutely love our course because we cover almost 99.99% of the syllabus of your bank exams. Here you will see we will also provide with quizzes as well as the PDFs. Apart from this, if you see the topic wise, for example, there are multiple questions that are related to obituary, important days, who won which event, who was awarded with which award. So all these topics that are related to your GS also or GK, such as apps and web portals, these are the current affairs that are important days, your books and authors, the new applications that were launched, new government schemes that were launched by the government, or your international affairs or your national affairs. All these topics, there are 20 such topics of which we are providing the PDF, as well as we teach on YouTube, where you can go and check our channel and you will be surprised that the content that we are providing is absolutely amazing. Alright, so this will be helping you to boost your preparation in the long term. This YouTube channel, you can go and subscribe to our channel, that is your Affairscloud, that will help you for your revision purpose also. Apart from this, we cover the state current affairs also. Here you can see the current affairs and all these content that we provide you that are bilingual. That means we provide you in English as well as both in Hindi also. Alright, so all the students who are from the Hindi language will also be benefited through our course. Also friends, you can purchase our course for 2 years. Alright, also for 1 year. If the students have exam or they are planning for the long term and they want to study for 2 years and they are expecting to give exam after 1 year, then they can opt for 2 years. As well as if the student is planning to give exam next year, then they can go for the 1 year course also. So these are the two types of courses that are available by us. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue. Hello friends, how are you all? So friends, in this video we will be discussing important national affairs of May month. This is one of the most important topic that you should study for your government exams. Multiple questions are being asked from this particular topic, national affairs. Apart from this friends, you can follow me on Instagram where you can have your doubts resolved regarding your example, regarding your syllabus or any other queries related to your government exams. Let's start friends. First we'll be discussing some important current affairs. Then we will be shifting to the topic wise news of this particular topic. First question is, which is the venue of the Industrial Decarbonization Summit 2022? Where was the venue of this? Remember, in New Delhi was the venue of the Industrial Decarbonization Summit 2022. Our Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari inaugurated this Industrial Decarbonization Summit of 2022 that was held in New Delhi. Here, the focus is on the roadmap for carbon neutrality by 2070. I repeat, the focus of this Industrial Decarbonization Summit is for carbon neutrality by the year 2070. Highly important. Alright, so it was inaugurated in New Delhi, Mumbai. New Delhi. If we are talking about Mumbai, there was in Maharashtra, Mumbai, there was a bio-CNG, or you can say biogas plant that was not plant. Basically, you can say it was an electric vehicle charging station that will be powered by biogas. I repeat, in Mumbai, electric vehicle charging station was launched that will be powered by biogas, and this will also be powering the street lights. It was in Mumbai, so you should know regarding this. Next question is, which institution released the 2022 Global Trends Report 2022? I repeat, name of the institution that released the Global Trend Reports for the year 2022. It is a UN Refuge Agency, that is your United Nations, UNHCR. But what is this UNHCR stands for? That is your United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. I repeat, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. This is a department of United Nations. So the institution that released the Global Trend Report for the year 2022 is your UNHRC. Now if we further talk about it, the UN Refuge Agency, that is your UNHRC, has released this Global Trend Report. As per this particular report, 100 million people have now been forced to flee their homes globally. It also highlighted the worldwide food insecurity, the climate crisis, war in Ukraine, and other emergencies from Africa to Afghanistan as the leading cause of this displacement. Alright, next question. Which country is hosting the SCO's Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure Meeting in 2022? Important question. I repeat, who will be hosting the SCO's RATS, that is your Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure Meeting in 2022? This will be hosted by our India. Highly important question. The meeting aims to deliberate on security challenges, including threats of terrorism. Alright, delegations from both China and Pakistan and other members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that is your SCO, attended this particular SCO RATS meeting that was hosted in Delhi, New Delhi, India. Alright, so it was India. Then remember, Indian Navy and Bangladesh Navy conducted a multilateral exercise that was Bongo Sagar. And where was this conducted? In the northern part of Bay of Bengal. Bongo Sagar. Moving on. Next question. Which year has been recognized India as the country of the year in Europe's biggest startup conference, Vivatech? I repeat, which country has been recognized India as the country of the year in Europe's biggest startup conference, Vivatech? So, which is it? It is your India. I repeat, Europe's biggest startup conference, Vivatech 2022, has recognized India as the country of year. So here, this is not India, there should be a dash here. So alright, which country recognized dash as the country of the year? It was India that has been recognized as the country of the year in Europe's biggest startup conference, Vivatech. India has created almost 100 unicorns in few years, while Europe just created 26 unicorns. Around 65 startups from India are participating in the conference with the government support. Alright, so the country that has been named as the country of the year in the Europe's biggest startup conference, Vivatech, is your India. Highly important question. Alright friends, now let's shift to the important national affairs, but after this question. Which institution department notifies the cost inflation index every year? It is your CBDT. That is your Central Board of Direct Taxes is the institution that has notified the cost inflation index, that is your CII. For previous year, CII was notified as 317, and this year for 2022 to 2023, the CII was notified as 331. CII is used to calculate an asset's inflation adjusted cost price, with which long-term capital gains or losses are then calculated. Moving on. Now let's shift to the part. SWACHH Bharat Mission Urban 2.0. We discussed about this in the video of government schemes. You should know when was this launched. The first version of it was launched in the year 2014 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, with the aim of Mahatma Gandhi to make India Swachh free, Swachh, or you can say to make India garbage free, to make India clean. All right, this was the basic aim of Mahatma Gandhi, on which this particular national Swachh Bharat Mission Urban first version was launched in the year 2014. Then this Urban 2.0 was launched and it was extended by 5 years from 1st of October 2021 to 1st of October 2026. And what was the main aim or the theme of this Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0? It was to make India cities garbage free, or to say garbage free cities. This was the main aim of this particular objective or this particular scheme. National Behavioral Change Communication Framework for Garbage Free Cities was launched with an aim, that is Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0 was launched with an aim to make garbage free cities, and it was extended by 5 years, that is from 2021 to 2026. Alright, everything has been covered in the government schemes video. You should definitely check that out. All of this particular has been discussed here. Moving on. Next, we are talking about Z scheme. This is important. Shri Narayan Rane has launched an MSME Sustainable Z certification scheme. What is this Z? First of all, you should know the full form. Zero defect, zero effect. This is your Z full form. So a Z certification scheme was launched where the main aim of the scheme was to focus on reducing the waste substantially and increase the productivity. That will enhance the environmental benefits as well as it will save us energy and it will use our natural resources optimally. I repeat, this zero defect, zero effects certification scheme basically focuses on reducing waste, using the sustainable development goals. It increases productivity, it enhances the environmental consequences, it helps us to save energy and also to use our natural resources optimally. The scheme comprises of 3 certification levels including bronze, silver and gold. Also, this particular Z certification is valid in international levels also. It is valid at international levels also. So if we see about this, there are certain subsidies provided under the zero defect, zero effect schemes under the MSME. Here MSME is your micro, small, medium enterprises, and different subsidies are provided to the different enterprises. Say for example, for micro enterprise it is 80% subsidy, for small enterprise 60%, and for medium enterprise it is 50%. I want you all to take a note of this or take a screenshot because this is highly important. Subsidies can be asked in your exam regarding the zero defect, zero effect certification scheme. There are 3 levels: gold, silver, bronze, and this scheme is basically focusing on sustainable development goals. And who launched it? It was launched by our Union Minister Shri Narayan Rane for MSME, that is micro, small and medium enterprises. Next we are talking about empowering Kirana stores. ONDC debuts 100 cities in 6 months. What is this? Basically, remember, Open Network for Digital Commerce, that is your ONDC, has empowered 100 cities, and in them they are empowering the Kirana stores. That means they are making them digital. Alright, the government has rolled out a pilot project of ONDC, that is Open Network for Digital Commerce, that is a neutral, open source, not for profit e-commerce platform that aims to empower mom and pop shops and Kirana stores in the cities such as Delhi, Bangalore, Bhopal, Coimbatore and Shillong. These are the places where this project, that is ONDC project, is launched on the pilot basis, that is on trial basis. What is this project? Open Network for Digital Commerce. And what they are doing is, they are digitalizing the Kirana shops in these particular cities, that are Delhi, Bangalore, Bhopal, Coimbatore and Shillong. Alright, remember this. Then what is this ONDC? As I told you, this is an open technology network based on protocols and will enable local commerce across segments such as mobility, grocery, food order, delivery, hotel booking and other travel related services. So this is your ONDC. You should remember the full form, that is Open Network for Digital Commerce. Next we are topping, and this is important. Want you all to make a note of it, that Government of India has recently issued a 100 rupees commemorative coin to mark the birth centenary of Jawaharlal Dardaji. I repeat, Jawaharlal Dardaji, in order to in order to remember him, or in order to mark the birth centenary of Jawaharlal Darda, who was fondly called by the term Babuji. He was a late freedom fighter, social worker, a philanthropist, an educationist and founder of the Lokmat group papers. He was recently, to honor him, a 100 rupees commemorative coin was launched by the Government of India. Very important question. I want you to all remember. If it is asked, 100 rupees commemorative coin was launched in the memory of whom? It was launched in the memory of Jawaharlal Darda ji, who was fondly known as Bapuji. A gazette notification to this effect was issued by the Economic Affairs Department of the Finance Ministry, and he is Jawaharlal Dardaji. Moving on. Next, we are talking about a hydrogen fueled electric vessel that is will be the India's first indigenously built hydrogen fueled electric vessel, and this will be built by Cochin Shipyards Limited. Important question and direct question, that where will be the India's first indigenously built hydrogen fueled electric vessel? It will be built at Cochin Shipyard Limited. If we are talking about hydrogen fueled, first pure green hydrogen making plant will be set up where? It will be set up at Jorhat, Assam. And who will be setting up this? It will be set up by Oil India Limited. Similarly, in Madhya Pradesh, that is in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, hydrogen blending will natural gas will be taken out by which organization? GAIL, Gas Authority India Limited, will be making a hydrogen blending with natural gas plant, that is in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Next, if we talk about this hydrogen fueled electric vessel, this hydrogen fuel cell vessel that is based on the low temperature proton exchange membrane technology called the fuel cell electric vessel is expected to be costing around 17.5 crore rupees. 75% of the cost will be funded by the government of India and rest by the Cochin Shipyards Limited, where this particular hydrogen fueled electric vessel will be built. That is India's first electric vessel or first hydrogen fueled electric vessel. Important question. Next we are talking about Sagar IX. This was a mission that was started by India to provide medical aids to Sri Lanka, and the Indian naval ship Ghadial, that is your INS Ghadial, was the Indian naval ship that provided or that took the critical medical aid from India and delivered it to Sri Lanka. That is on 29th of April 2022. So question can be asked, what is the name of the Indian naval ship that took the medical aid from India to Sri Lanka under the mission Sagar? It was your INS Ghadial. And what is the full form of Sagar? You have to remember, this is important. Security and growth for all in the region. I repeat, security and growth for all in the region. This is your Indian mission Sagar IX that was to provide medical aid to Sri Lanka. Next, here you can see, if we are talking about Sagar, basically Mission Sagar was an Indian initiative to deliver COVID-19 related assistance to the countries in the Indian Ocean littoral states. That was launched in the May 2020. What are the littoral states which have ocean, or you can say coastline? The countries that has coastline are the littoral states. So moving on, next we will be talking about a railway station whose name was changed. This railway station is in Rajasthan, and the earlier name of this railway station was Mia Ka Bada. This Mia Ka Bada railway station was renamed to Mahesh Nagar Halt. This is in Rajasthan. I repeat, this Mia Ka Bada railway station was renamed to Mahesh Nagar Halt. That is in Rajasthan. Next we'll be talking about Narayan Rane ji has recently inaugurated an Enterprise India, that is a month-long initiative. What is this Enterprise India? Basically, remember our Union Minister for MSME, that is Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, Naresh Rane, inaugurated this enterprise under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This is a series of commemorative entrepreneurship development events and activities were organized from April to May 2022. The main aim of this event was Jan Bhagidari. Also, some of the activities that were included under this Enterprise India were conferences with the industry associations, organizing entrepreneurship awareness program through field offices, demonstration of Nukkad Nataks in aspirational districts, and special campaigns on the Udyam registration was also organized. So some of these are the law initiatives that were under the or activities that were conducted under this Enterprise India. That was a month-long initiative that was started by Narayan Rane ji. Moving on, Operation Satark. We see Operation Satark was launched by whom? It was launched by Railway Protection Force. It was from 5th of April to 30th of April. We saw the Operation Satark. And what was the aim? It is basically for taking action against the illegal smuggling of liquor, fake currency, illegal tobacco products, gold, cash, diamond or any other precious material that are smuggled through the railway network for the purpose of tax evasion. Such smuggling activities were action against such smuggling activities were taken by Railway Protection Force, and this was your Operation Satark. Moving on, next we will be talking about recently Railtel. It is the organization that has launched the PM Vani, that was an internet providing scheme or Wi-Fi providing scheme across the railway station, and they have set up around 100 railway stations so far. So RailTel and World Health Organization has recently inaugurated mobile container hospitals at Visakhapatnam. Important, as you can see, these are the mobile, that means that can be shifted from one location to another as per the requirement. So RailTel and WHO, they have inaugurated mobile container hospitals at Visakhapatnam. Next we will be talking about Global Patidar Business Summit that was recently held in the Surat, Gujarat. This was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I repeat, Global Patidar Business Summit. It was held in Gujarat, Surat. This was a 3-day summit that was organized by Sardardham under the Mission 2026 to provide an impetus to the socio-economic development of Patidar community. This GBPS, that is your Global Patidar Business Summit, was held at the Sarsana Convention Center in Surat from 29th of April to 1st of May. So coming back, who virtually inaugurated this Global Patidar Business Summit? It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And where was this held? This was held at Surat, Gujarat. And in Surat too, it was at Sarsana Convention Center from 29th of April to 1st of May. Moving on, next we are talking about PM Shri schools. Highly important, mark this. Recently, Government of India is planning to set up PM Shri schools to prepare students for the future. Our Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan ji has announced that the Government of India is ready to set up to establish PM Shri schools which are fully equipped to prepare the students for future. These are the state-of-the-art schools which also be acting as the laboratory for the new education policy of 2020. If we are talking about new education policy, the first education policy came in 1968, then it came in 1986, then this 1986 education policy was edited or modified in 1992, and now in 2020 the new education policy has been arrived. So coming back, this PM Shri schools are recently or you can say this Government of India is planning to launch this PM Shri schools to help the future or help the students of the future, to provide them the right knowledge, to provide them with the advanced knowledge of this world that is going all around the world. All right, next we will be talking about 3 one district one product brands and 5 products that were launched under Pradhan Mantri formalization of micro foods processing enterprise. I repeat, 3 one district one product brands. Let me give you how you will be remember it. I know, one district one product scheme. You know this one district one product, that means each district will be focusing on one product, and that particular product will be exported or will be marketed all around the world, and that will help all around the, or you can say that will help that particular maker to be able to target the audience of whole world. So one district one product was launched. So now 3 one district one product brands and 5 products were launched under the Pradhan Mantri formalization of micro foods processing enterprise, which is the responsible ministry. If asked, Ministry of Food Processing Industries is the responsible ministry for this particular. The 3 brands that we are here talking about are Madhur Mithas, Anaras and Pind Se. These are the 3 brands. I repeat, Madhur Mithas, Anaras and Pind Se. These are the 3 brands of the one district one product brands, and the 5 products that we are talking about is jaggery powder. Jaggery is your jaggery powder. Jaggery is your good is your khand, you say. All right, then dried spice pineapple, mango pickle, masala paste and lemon honey. These are the 5 products, and 3 brands are Madhur Mithas, Anaras and Pind Se. This ODOP, that is your one district one product brands, are developed under the ODOP concept under the PMFME scheme, that is your Pradhan Mantri formalization of micro food processing enterprise, and the responsible ministry is Ministry of Food Processing Industry. Moving on, now we'll talk about Markham report. A Markham report was released that India has added 10 gigawatts of total solar capacity in the year 2022. Important data that you need to remember. How question will be asked on this topic is that India has recently in the year 2022 added how much amount of solar energy. So India added a total of 10 gigawatt of solar energy. Another way, there is a question news that Rajasthan became the first state in India to achieve a 10 gigawatt of solar energy capacity. So these are 2 different news. This is relating the total solar energy capacity that was added in the 2022 year, that was released by Markham report. And other news is that amount, or tell me the name of the state that has totally achieved a total energy of 10 gigawatts of solar energy. It is Rajasthan. All right, so these are 2 different that you should know. Moving on, next we are talking about NSO. National Statistical Office survey was released. This NSO is responsible for giving the GDP data of India. So recently, this data was released that stated that around 8.7% was the unemployment rate for the third quarter of the year 2021, and that is from October to December. I repeat, for the third quarter, that is from October to December, the unemployment rate in India stood at 8.7%, and this data was released by NSO, that you have to remember. Take a note of it. Next we will be talking about Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III. I repeat, Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III. Recently, the second Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III was added into the squadron of the Indian Coast Guard in Kochi. So 2 to 3 things remember. Indian Coast Guard commissioned the second Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III into the squadron in which location? In Kochi. So these are the 3 things you need to remember. Moving on, here you can see the Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III was included into the Indian Coast Guard squadron. And where was this added? It was added in Kochi. And where is Kochi? Kochi is in Kerala. Alright, moving on. Next, we will be talking about a semi-high-speed regional train. This semi-high-speed regional train will be working between the Delhi to Meerut, that is your RRTGS project, Regional Rapid Transit System project. This is the train that will be used there. Now, the question that has been asked to you in previous video is that which is the organization that is developing this semi-high-speed regional train? This has been developed by Alstom. Alstom is the name of the company developing this semi-high-speed regional train. They will be running up to a speed of 180 km per hour. They will be reducing the time between Delhi and Meerut by almost 40%. Alright, that means 40% of the time that used to be taken earlier will be reduced. Moving on. Here you can see this is a stretch of 82.5 km long between Delhi to Meerut, and this will be reducing time by 40%. It is one of the, also remember, it is the first phase of the National Capital Region Transport Corporation's Delhi Meerut Ghaziabad, that is Delhi Ghaziabad Meerut, that is your Regional Rapid Transit System, RRTS system. Here you can see this is the news that I was talking about, that Rajasthan became the first solar state to achieve 10 gigawatt of solar energy in total. Next we will be talking about death rate during 2020. A report by CRS, that is your Civil Registration System, was released on the birth and death reports that stated that in India during 2020 there was a hike of 6.2% in the death rates. I repeat, in 2020 month, the report, as per the report released by Civil Registration System, it stated that the total number of death in India hiked. That means it increased by 6.2%. Next data we are talking about is World Economic Forum and Niti Aayog. They together are focusing on the emerging technology to benefit small and marginal farmers. Question will be asked that which of these two organizations is working on benefiting the, or you can say are working on emerging technologies to benefit small and marginal farmers. They are World Economic Forum and Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog was earlier known as Planning Commission. Alright, and who is the chairman of Niti Aayog? The current Prime Minister of India is the chairman of Niti Aayog. Moving on, next we will be talking about Jito Connect 2022. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually addressed the Jito Connect 2022, that is a global summit that was held in Pune. I repeat, this was a 3-day long summit that was held from 6th to 8th of May. It is one of the world's largest coveted global summit. This theme, Jito Connect 2022, was based on the theme that is Together Towards Tomorrow. I repeat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated it virtually. It was a ceremony of Jito Connect 2022. It was a global summit organized by the Jain International Trade Organization in Pune, Maharashtra. So you have to remember this also, that who organized it? It was Jain International Trade Organization. This was a 3-day long summit, and it is one of the largest coveted global summit based on the theme that is Together Towards Tomorrow. Moving on, here you can see Railtel. Railtel has launched PM Vani, that is a Wi-Fi platform that is providing Wi-Fi across 100 railway stations across the country. So remember this, Railtel also. We discussed this earlier. Moving on, next we will be talking about India and New India and UK Industry Task Force have launched a free trade deal. If we talk about this, London, United Kingdom based CBI, that is your Confederation of British Industry, and India's Confederation of Indian Industry, they together have created a new UK-India Industry Task Force that will be basically focusing on free trade agreement. I repeat, free trade agreement. The main aim is of this news is I want you to remember these two: CBI, that is of Britain, and CII, it is of India, that is Confederation of British Industry is of London, United Kingdom, and Confederation of Indian Industry of India. They together signed a MOU or joint agreement of free trade agreement. That means free trade will be done between Britain, India, UK, and India. Moving on, next we'll be talking about India's first made in India electric bus, EKA E9, that was unveiled by EKA. I repeat, which is the India's first electric bus. It is India's first made in India electric bus, to be precise. I repeat, made in India's first electric bus is your EKA 9. This is the name of the bus, EKA E9. This is the name of the bus, electric bus. That is the first made in India bus that was launched by EKA. Alright. Moving on, here you can see EKA 9 is claimed to be the country's first completely made in India 9 meter plus electric zero emission bus. Moving on, and one more thing, where was this bus introduced? This bus was introduced in Pune Alternate Fuel Conclave by Maharashtra's Minister for Tourism and Environment, that is Aditya Thackeray. Moving on. Next, we are talking about Skill India International Center. This Skill India International Center will be set up in Varanasi. Where is this Varanasi? It is in Uttar Pradesh. This is to provide skills that are related to port operations, logistics, and various other related sectors to the youth, and these youth will be then sent to the overseas deployment in the Gulf region. All right, in order to provide them jobs, in order to provide them employment in the Gulf region, that is in the overseas employment, these people who will be skilled in this Skill India International Center that is in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, will be sent to in the Gulf regions for the particular skills they acquire during this particular Skill India Center. Alright, then moving on. Here you can see the centers would host training facilities as per the demand of the international employers such as UAE, Canada, Australia, and other Gulf Cooperation Council regions. Moving on, next we will be talking about 52nd Tiger Reserve of India. It is your Ramgarh Vishdhari Tiger Reserve that is in Rajasthan, that has been declared as the 52nd Tiger Reserve of India. I repeat, Ramgarh Vishdhari Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan is the 52nd Tiger Reserve of India. Here next we are talking about Plumbex India. We saw Plumbex India, what it is. It was the largest international standalone exhibition of plumbing, water sanitation products and services. This was launched by Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, and during this Plumbex India he also launched a BHARAT tap. This was an initiative to use low flow taps. These low flow taps will be saving energy and water respectively. Moving on, then we will be talking about Narayan 10. It became the Tamil Nadu's 17th bird sanctuary. Important. Which is the 17th bird sanctuary of Tamil Nadu? It is Narayan 10. Who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? M.K. Stalin. This is the state that have launched a breakfast scheme for the primary school going students in government schools. Moving on, next we are talking about Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, who is the Finance Minister of India. Also remember, she has chaired the 7th annual meeting of the Board of Governors of the New Development Bank. Very important question. For who chaired the 7th annual meeting of the Board of Governors of New Development Bank? This was started by BRICS. So tell me, who is she? She is Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister of India, chaired the 7th annual meeting of the Board of Governors of New Development Bank. Moving on, then we will be talking about Hyperloop technology. Recently, our Railway Ministry has approved 8.34 crore rupees for the collaborative project with IIT Madras. This is important. Railway Ministry has tied up with which institute for developing Hyperloop technology? It is your IIT Madras. So, Railway Ministry has tied up with IIT Madras for and has approved 8.34 crore rupees for developing the Hyperloop technology. Hyperloop technology is basically, it is under tunnels, and with the help of this, the speed of these trains are way too high. Next we'll be talking about India's first rural tribal technical training program that was inaugurated in Bhopal. Here is tribal people will be provided with technical education. They will be provided with skills so that they can go and have employment, where they can go and have their own jobs. Similar project by the name Afsar was also launched by the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir in order to connect youth with the industry. I repeat, the name of the portal was Afsar portal. It was to connect youth with the industry in order to say to provide job to the youth. This particular Afsar portal was launched by the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir. Coming back, if we talk about India's first rural tribal technical training program, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who is the Union Minister of State under the Ministry of Skill Development, launched the pilot project for skilling tribal youth. That is India's first tribal technical training program at the Center for Research and Industrial Staff Performance, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Similar, if I ask you, where will the tribal first edition of the tribal health observatory setup, that will be storing the health data, or it will be maintaining the health records of the tribal people. This was launched in Odisha. Moving on. Next we are talking about Cotton Council of India. Recently, Government of India, in order to increase the cotton industry, in order to make development in the cotton industry, this Cotton Council of India was launched under the chairmanship of Suresh Bhai Kotak. I repeat, Cotton Council of India. Who will be the chairman of Cotton Council of India? Suresh Bhai Kotak. You have to remember this, highly important. So friends, that's all for the day. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I guess this session was very fruitful to all of you. And if you find the same, all you have to do is comment below and let me know what are your views on such videos. And if you want us to continue such videos, all you have to do is comment below, because the value of your comment is very high. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you, or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.